It's raining early, man. Shit. You know, society punishes men, bro. Motherfuckers don't build. They don't do nothing with their lives. Like before, I remember you didn't have to become a success in life just to have a good dating life. This is before the social media came around. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't have to self-improve into a thousandaire or millionaire. But nowadays, it's like men gotta self-improve to be at least a thousandaire to have a good dating life. Other than that, you're just gonna be limited. You know, you're poor, you're dusty. You're just gonna have limited options, and nobody wants limited options. Everybody wants to have options, and lots of them. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you're limited on options, you know, you know, when you're limited on options. What's up with it, Breezy? Yeah, man, society is crooked, man. And I think it's by design, bro. You know, I think this on purpose. I think people are trying to make you suffer on purpose, man. It's like the elite, you know, and the upper middle class people are getting uncomfortable. They're trying to get rid of poor people and average people, man. Or average men. They got people out there that just want you to suffer, that's all. They don't want you to have a good life. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So I feel that society is punishing a lot of men who don't cross the finish line. If they don't become nothing, if they don't become great, you feel what I'm saying? You get punished for shit like that, bro. You see how He and Secede is going crazy and shit? He's being punished, bro. That's a punishment. You feel what I'm saying? You know, men can't afford to be like broke or unaccomplished. You know, you know, it's like you're surrounded by the whole entire society that just want to see you suffer. They just want to see you suffer. They don't want to see you win, man. You know, you're being punished if you don't cross the finish line. You know, you're not going to be able to pass on your genetics if you're super dirt poor. You feel what I'm saying? Nowadays, women have become way more superficial than ever, bruh. These hoes, they about that motherfucking money, man. And them looks. You feel me? I ain't never seen so many goddamn superficial women in my entire life, bro. You know what I'm saying? I guess we can have a pizza fix. this morning, man. I didn't have no pizza fix this week so far. I do a pizza fix once a week, man. We won't have no more pizza for the rest of the week. You feel me? So it's like at this point it's either do or die, man. It's either you cross that finish line and become a success in life, or you're just gonna have a horrible life. Because in the West, man, if you don't have money, you're gonna have a horrible life. That's funny, because if you go to Thailand and you talk to the men out there, man, even though they dirt poor and dusty, they can still have good dating lives, man. They still, you know what I'm saying? Like, they still got a bunch of girlfriends, even though they're poor and dusty. But over here in the West, it just became so goddamn saturated with men. That's another big problem that a lot of dudes have, is they're competing with so many men. That's why it's easy to go years without a girlfriend, because there's so many men. Out here, bro, it's like the men outnumber the women out here, bro. And a lot of guys are having problems, including myself. You just flood the place full of men. A lot of dudes ain't gonna be able to find wives or girlfriends at that point. I remember I was reading. Shut up, Crow. I remember I was reading something online about somewhere in India where the men outnumber the women by a lot. And it said that some Indian men out there won't be able to find wives because there's too many men to compete with. You just flood the place full of men. It makes dating a lot harder unless you're in the top 20%. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're not in the top 20%, you're just gonna suffer for a long time. And me, I've been suffering for a long time in the dating world, bro. And you get tired of it after a while, bro. You feel me? You get tired of it after a while. You feel me? So it's like this, bro. If you don't accomplish anything in life, you're just gonna get punished. Total isolation. That's your punishment, bro. You're gonna go crazy. You feel what I'm saying? In isolation, I don't care what nobody say, but after a while, it gets to you, man. It might not get you in the first couple of years, but later down the stretch, eventually, isolation just gets to your fucking head. You get to the point where you say fuck everybody. And fuck that bitch that kept her head walking by me. Fuck that bitch that kept her head down while she was walking by me. Fuck that bitch too, and fuck all you fucking superficial bitches. After a while, you just have a fucking meltdown. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? At this point, a girlfriend is like wifing up a hoe because she had multiple men before you. Yeah, it's like nowadays women body count has went up through the roof. You feel me? And it's it's a damn shame that, motherfuckers struggle just to get a girlfriend in this society, bro. But we built this shit, bro. We made it competitive. We made it competitive. We got online and created dating apps, and we flooded the area full of men. You know why there's a whole lot of men in this area? It's because of the tech industry, bro. That's why so many goddamn men, bro. Men just gravitating from all states just to come get a job out here. That's why so many men. You know, so many men because there's so many men because there's the tech jobs. You know, these techies is really fucking up the place, really. You tech motherfuckers, you really fucked this place up, bro. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you start becoming bitter toward women too. Like this morning, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I said, fuck all these bitches, bro. Fuck you hoes. For real. Because the frustration gets to you. You're like, God damn, I ain't had no pussy in a while. I ain't had no girlfriend in a while. And really, I haven't been really searching for a girlfriend or like searching to get pussy and shit like that. But it's a goddamn shame that you got to get out here and hustle up a storm just to get some pussy, man. You know, like I said, man, they made it highly competitive just by inventions, bro. You know, just by inventions. You invent something, it's gonna have an effect in society, man. You feel me? You invent something, you release it into society, it's gonna have an effect on society. You know, it's gonna have an effect on people's lives. So after a while, you just say, fuck everybody. Fuck all these bitches, man. Can't wait to get my bread. And you start thinking like, shit. Can't wait to get my motherfucking money on. All you bitches gonna be sucking dick. Oh, sorry, man. You want a what? You want a Swisher? What kind? Swisher?
Swisher, the red.
The red ones?
Yes, it's red. Yes. Yes, do that. That's her. It's got it. She like it. That's it.
What's up, boss? Give me 2 slices of pizza with pepper flakes and cheese piece.
That's it?
That's it.
Sorry, 420.
Can I get a red Swisher too? Yeah. How much that cost?
It's for 163.
You good?
I just from.
All right, thank you. 。
I want to. 。
I
あ、
just
あ、 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 あ、
go, brother.
She's okay. She is.
You know what I'm saying? So the frustration gets to you after a while, man. And I can't get none of them years back, man. You know, mental health just went down the drain for no apparent reason. It's like, man. Only if I would have known this like years ago, I wouldn't even be here right now in this situation. It's raining, man. We just gotta get our money together, man. You know. Gotta get our money together. Sometimes I forget about that I'm on a mission, man. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I feel punch drunk, bro. I feel punch drunk. Man, they give me them small ass slices, man. Come on, bro. This nigga gave me small ass slices, bro. Come on. Really? It's not easy to get a girlfriend like it used to be, man. You used to get a woman before the internet with the snap of your fingers. You had more access to sex and everything. Now, you gotta do magic tricks to get sex nowadays. To have a good sex life, you gotta be either Chad or Tyrone or a rich man. That's it. Or you gotta be like, what's his name? You gotta be like Tyrese. You gotta be rich like him if you want to have a good dating life, where you got options and stuff. It wasn't like that before, man. In the good old days, you could walk up to a female, cold approach, you know, get the number, and there was some follow through. You know what I mean? It ain't like that no more. Too much ghosting going on. Really, bro? He gave me the small ass pizza. Get off me, man. You know? I feel like I've been punished, man. To have a sucky dating life, man. That's the punishment, man. It's all good though. Bro, he gave me a small ass pizza, bro. I'm gonna get another slice, man. That pizza was small. Man, that's a small pizza. I'm still hungry. I'm gonna get another slice. Yeah, that was small. They cut it small now? No more big pizzas?
No.
Wow.
One more?
Yeah, just give me one more, man. I'm still hungry.
No, buddy.
That's good, man. Yeah, a small slice. It was like this. I like it. Like, it was heavy. I appreciate it though. I mean, trying to keep my weight under control, right? I guess it's better to have like, how much more?
Let me see. 37 now.
Whoops. You know what I'm saying? It's like the elite got this thing under control, man. That's the power to be. They're just obsessed with just making money. Us Americans, you know, we got this obsession with making money. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got this obsession. I need to build. I need to create some dating apps to try to make things easier, but really just making things harder. You know, it ain't like what it used to be, man. That's why I say you got to keep up, man. I gotta keep up. All we can do is just get this money. We got to. We get left behind. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get left behind, man. That's what's really going on. That's really the government, though. They're the ones letting the date naps into society, man. You know? You know, you can't call the approach no more, man. Let's put it that way. You know, all these females, they're obsessed with Chad and Tyrone. You know, what's his name, man? He said that it was gonna be hard. Facing LMS, he said it was gonna be hard. Okay, I'm done. No problem. He said if you're average to below average looking, you're just gonna struggle in dating. That's what he said. You know, he said if you're average, below average looking, you're gonna struggle in the dating market. That's what's gonna happen to you. Like if you're sub 8 or whatever, you're gonna have a hard time. You know. And I've been having a hard time for a long time. I'm to the point where I gotta self-improve into a millionaire. And I thought about going overseas, but I'm like, I kind of want to live the American dream. There's certain cars I've been having my eye on, and certain cars I've been, you know, desiring and stuff like that, and you can't really drive that shit over there, man. When you go overseas, you're retiring forever. That means you're done with life. You're done with working, you know? And I said, nah, I don't think I'm gonna go overseas and stay in Thailand for a long time, man. Or stay out there good. You feel me? Even though I can do that, but I wanna own a BMW. You know what I'm saying? I wanna get a Porsche. I kind of wanna live the American dream. I wanna have a house and stuff. You feel me? I'm not done with life yet. Retiring is like around 60 something. That's retirement age right there. When you're 60, 65. America is so goddamn competitive. What's up, boss?
What's up, man?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. 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 That's what I'm talking about, baby. What's up with the boss? Hell yeah.
Got a case coming in today, too. So
Hell yeah, those things are good, man.
$10.
No.
I had to order this from
Yeah. You'll set the trick up right there. I look at it like this. I said, man, if I don't hustle and grind out here, bro, I'm gonna be out here for the rest of my life. You feel what I'm saying? So I said, let's get on the bag chase. Let's get on the money chase. Cause that's the only way you can really have a really good dating life out here, man. And some motherfuckers talking about don't leave with your wallet. And I'm like, you acting like you, you act like you got choices, man. Boy, that's funny, man. When I saw little short bald guy, whatever his name is, talk about don't leave with your wallet, but he 5'4". Boy, that shit is laughable, boy. He made me laugh so hard when he said that. You 5'4", talking about don't leave with your wallet. Oh, you hella young talking about don't leave with your wallet. Man, let me tell you like this, real here. If you want them young females, you're gonna have to leave with your wallet. Men leave with their wallets all the time, bro, because they struggle in the dating market. So what they do is they pull out the wallet. If I can't get the woman that I like with just my looks, I'm gonna pull out the motherfucking wallet. You feel me? I'm gonna be like, I could buy you this, I could buy you that, I could buy you this. I could take you shopping twice a month. As long as you give me that good, give me sex on the regular, give me a blowjob at least once or twice a week, I buy anything you want. Except I won't set you up with a business of your own, or I won't I won't help you make your own money. I won't do that. So when I'm gonna set you up with your own business, so that way you get your own money coming in, and then you're gonna leave me. I'm not fucking stupid. You feel me? I'm not fucking stupid. Nah, keep them females needing you. The lifestyle, it comes from me. You know what I'm saying? The lifestyle comes from me. It don't come from you. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I feel like I got punished for 8 years, man, struggling. Can you imagine not having a girlfriend for 8 years, though? I don't think females can, even imagine going 8 years without a man. You know, it's just like, unless they probably got, kids or something like that. But even then, man, it's like, they can still find a Captain Save-A-Hoe or a simp that could come to her rescue. What's up, Reddy, man? How you doing? They can find a Captain Save-A-Hoe or a simp to come to their rescue, even when they got kids, bro. Like, it's not like that for us. We gotta go out and actually achieve things to have a good life, or our life is gonna be crappy if we don't. I didn't know that when I was younger. If I would have knew that, I would have prepared myself, you know? You feel me? I would have prepared. I would have crossed that finish line in my 20s. If I knew that was going to happen to me. The 8 year without a girlfriend. But I'm on that paper chase. I'm on that money chase. You feel me? Yeah, you bitches gonna want to be my girlfriend then when I pull up. When I pull up in that Porsche, or even a high-end BMW, That's my new car, the high-end BMW. It's over 100 grand. It's like $130,000. That's my song right there. That's my shit right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I could imagine, man, you know, once I get success, bro, I can imagine what they're gonna be saying. Man, how did you make it? We were supposed to keep you down, man. You were supposed to have stayed in that drought forever. How did you make it out? You know? You feel me? I can see it now. They're gonna be like, God damn, how did you make it? I had the willpower and the strength to do so. What, I was supposed to have stayed with no girlfriend for like the rest of my life? I was supposed to be poor for the rest of my life? You gotta be smoking. It seemed like you didn't want me to achieve anything. You wanted me to die single. That's what it was. You know, you wanted me to die single. Or get old and alone. That's what you wanted for it to happen to me. You didn't want good things from me. You know, some of these bitches, bro, they make it look like you a creepy motherfucker or some shit like that. I remember I was at Starbucks and I almost got kicked out. I'm sitting there. Well, I'm not sitting there. I was standing there talking to the chicks, and I'm drunk. I had something to drink. And I was talking to a chick that always used to say hi to me, right? This was the story. So I didn't get to tell this story, by the way. But anyway, I was drunk. I came in. I started talking. I started chatting with a chick that normally says hi to me when she comes in, or whatever. And her friend, she was like a 7.5 in looks. I call her Miss 7.5, okay? So she's almost an 8, but not quite, really. You know what I'm saying? She's the bitch that be sitting there in a little bubble to herself sometimes when her friend is not around. Anyway, I walk in, I start talking to both of them and stuff, and they was acting like they was uncomfortable talking to me. And then some Captain Save-A hoe came out of nowhere and asked these women, or he came into the mix about, oh, is this gentleman bothering you? Is this gentleman bothering you? And I turned around, I said, bro, I'm talking to the female. I'm not talking to you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know, and I got mad. I got really angry because he was, you know, I'm trying to talk, and you coming around here acting like you doing something, bro. You know what I'm saying? You hating on my game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, and then I turned around, I got really like angry, and I started shouting out, I'm talking to the ladies, bro. I'm talking, that's what I was saying. Oh, when I'm talking to I started screaming out loud. The manager comes over, and then I cool off. I said, nothing, man. This motherfucker hating on me, man. I'm leaving here. I'm leaving right now. And I was leaving anyway. But the next day I went back in there. The manager was like, oh, what happened yesterday? And I said, you know what? I was drunk. I came in. I won a little bit of money. Okay? I won a little bit of money. I came in. And I started talking. I started chatting and stuff. I didn't mean to make anybody feel uncomfortable, because he was saying, like, oh, well, them females saying that he was making them feel uncomfortable talking to them. I'm like, these females said I was making them feel uncomfortable. You see, that's how it is nowadays, bro. If you're not on their looks level or something like that, you know what I'm saying, you can't approach them. You feel what I'm saying? Without them feeling uncomfortable and shit like that. Like, fuck you, bitch. Making me look like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm some type of hideous monster or some shit like that. And them bitches didn't go back into Starbucks either. They disappeared. I say, fuck them. fuck those bitches, bro. And the other fat bitch, we wouldn't want to be talking to you anyway. Bitch, you got like triple chins. Your chin is bigger than mine. Well, my double chin ain't 100% gone, but it's nearly gone. But she had a visible big double chin. You know what I'm saying? So I won't, bitch. If I wasn't drunk, I wouldn't be talking to you anyway, bitch. I only went over there, man, because the motherfucker's suffering from loneliness and I needed somebody to talk to. But I was really drunk though, really drunk. And this society got you isolated, man. You can't talk to nobody. You feel what I'm saying? When you talk to a female that's Miss 7.5, she's he making me feel uncomfortable talking. Like, fuck you. I was just having a friendly conversation with your ass. And it wasn't like I'm trying to spit game at you and get your number, you fucking son of a bitch. Let's get out of here. You know? Fucking bitch. After a while, you just become bitter after a while. All the rejection, all the nights alone, jacking off for no apparent reason. You just become bitter after a while. So fuck, you know what? When I get this bag, I'm gonna have my revenge. You feel me? You know? Like, bitch, okay, all right. You see me pull up in a high-end Porsche. Change your mind real quick. But that time happened, I'll be like, oh no. I'm not, I'm not getting with you. Now's my time to reject you. You feel me? Best revenge, man, is success, bro. Don't you ever forget it, man. Let them see you with them cars, man. Let them see the success, bro. Let them see you with fine ass bitches, bro. Some of these men that be hating, it's gonna burn their fucking skin up. Like Chad and Tyrone. It's gonna burn their skin up to see you walking around with their face match, man. You feel me? Chad and Tyrone gonna be upset that you with their face match. You gotta be careful, man. With some of you guys, you're on a bag chase. Once you get the bag, you're gonna be talking and being in relationships with women that are around Chad and Tyrone's looks level. Be careful when you're out with these women, man. Once you get your success on, be careful. Be very careful when you're out with these women. You're gonna get into fights, man. I remember this one guy, he was a brother over there in Walnut Creek. And he was always walking around with beautiful women, man. And he kept getting into fights because of that. They got some hater dudes out there, bro, that don't like to see you with their face match, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because, best believe a Chad or a Tyrone will step to your girl. It don't matter how much money you got. There's always a Chad somewhere that's going to want, your girl. And they'll try to talk to her right in front of you and shit. That's when you got to know how to kick ass, man. You feel me? Get that motherfucker a side kick to his throat. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get into fight. That's why you got to have a little bit of security, man. If you can afford it, man. If you're rich, you should always have security, man. Can't nobody come up to you. Like that $1 winner, man. He won like was it a $2 billion jackpot? Every time he went out, he had security with him, man. With him and his girlfriend. Haters, bro. They can't stand to see you happy, man. You know what I'm saying? They thinking you're supposed to stay single for the rest of your life. They want you to stay suffering. Not everybody, but there's certain ones who just can't stand to see you get out of your situation, man. I was supposed to die in that situation, right? I wasn't supposed to make it. You know, can nobody just come up to you, man? When you get the bag, get security, bro. I don't care how much you gotta pay. I mean, I can't say that, but no matter how much you always gotta watch your budget. You always gotta have a budget, man. Anyway, I don't care what you gotta do to get it. To get security, man. Don't let people walk up to you and your girl, man. Have a VIP lounge, bro. Because I've seen too many people get, including men, get hurt just by being with a beautiful woman. I'm talking about after you get the bag. You know? After you get the money, man. You know? That's what happened to D&B Rock. Going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles without security and shit. They killed him. You know? He didn't have no security, bro. You're just not anybody, bro. Like, it just makes it, you know, it's just common sense that once you become a somebody in life, you gotta have security. You gotta come out of the pocket, man. I know you and your girl went some time alone, but you acting like you're a normal person. Nah, you're not a normal person. You are a person with the bag, bro. That's the thing that you give up when you become successful. It's privacy and being normal. You gave that lifestyle up to get another lifestyle, a rich one. And you wearing an expensive necklace around your neck. You was bound to get robbed, man. You feel me? You gotta watch yourself once you get the bag. Move a certain way, man. You know, be a certain way, move a certain way. You gotta change, man. That's what it is. Can't be the same. You gotta change. That's what Tupac, that was his problem. He didn't want to change, man. Same thing with Nipsey Hussle. The moment he became famous, he tried to act like he was a normal person. Like showing up to places without no security. You know, like what was you doing there, Nipsey, without security, bro? You acting like you're a normal person. Trying to act like a normal person when you got money, that's a tombstone waiting to happen for you, man. You feel me? You can die trying to be normal when you're not. Nipsey Hussle, I don't know why he went back to that neighborhood and tried to prove something. That was his graveyard right there. You know? once you get the bag, you can't be out there with normal people like that without security and stuff. I'm like, that was a death trap that you put yourself in, man. You being out there in the hood without no security, bro. I'm not even a celebrity, and I can see how stupid that is. You think I would show up to the hood with without security? You gotta be smoking. He just got really relaxed, man, and forgot about, you know, who he was. You know. It's like you out there trying to help people. You know what I'm saying? But there's only so much you can do, man. It's called the crabs in the barrel, bro. You feel me? Like, you try to go back into the barrel and help people, they're gonna pull you back in, man. You feel me? Same thing with that one lotto winner. He made a grave mistake. He got 500 grand, and then automatically he started like helping people in the hood, in the community and shit. I'm like, bro, you only got 500 grand. Please be conservative with that money. You know, he went out there, he was giving away books and pencils and stuff. You know, he was trying to get back and shit. Like, bro, you haven't made nothing of yourself yet. You only got 500 grand. Listen to how that sounds. You got 500 grand, bro. Man, they ran up on his ass quick. Went into the house, shot him in front of his daughter and his girlfriend. And they were youngsters too, man. They knew he hit that $500,000 jackpot, man. But he was in the community trying to give back and shit. Like, bro, you haven't made nothing. It's stupid. Like, you got 500 grand, you gotta be conservative. You can't be out there trying to save the day and shit. Like, who are you, bro? It ain't like you're a multi-millionaire, man. Don't help people, bro. Once you get your bag, don't try to help the hood, bro. Get your money and leave. Because you will get robbed at gunpoint. Just ask Triple X Station, okay? Guy, what'd he do? He withdrew 50 grand in cash. That was a setup, man. Somebody knew he was withdrawing money, man. Anyway, niggas ran up on him with ski masks and guns drawn. Ended up killing him. But they didn't get very far, man. They got life in prison. Same thing with Pop Smoke. He accidentally doxed himself. Niggas ran up on him with ski masks, demanding shit. Ended up killing him. It's called a crab in the barrel, man. That's crab to the barrel mentality right there, man. You know. Well, back to what I was saying, man, men get punished for not achieving anything, man. We live in a world like that. You know, you average with looks, you're gonna need a bag, man. If you below average in looks, you definitely gonna need a bag. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, it ain't like what it used to be, man. I'm sorry, man. You know, what's up with a parent advisory podcast? That's a big name. I'm just gonna call you podcast. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay up on your grind. Make sure you get that money. You feel me? When you get that bag, watch your back. And I'm gonna do the same, man. Once I get a bag, I ain't gonna let too many people know, man. My sister gonna know, but that's about it. Cause I ain't sharing nothing with nobody, man. I was out here by myself suffering. Punished. Punished and suffering. For years I suffered, man. And I'm gonna stop drinking so much, man. I've been trying to calm down on that. And then I'm gonna end up quitting drinking because I don't want to do it no more. It's like, man, it's been so long since I had a woman. Man. Oh. It's like, god damn, I miss having sex, bro. I miss busting all kinds of good nuts. I miss getting blowjobs. I miss that so much. And I look at women all around me, man, and I can't get none. Too many men to compete with, man. That's all it is, man. There's too many men. You gotta be part of the 20%. Remember I told you, man, I've been rich without being rich. I've been rich without being rich. I know that sounds right. I mean, I know that sounds weird, but I've been rich without being rich. You know, I was faking the funk at one point, and I saw how females reacted to me wearing a bunch of jewelry and shit. You know, they pat you down, bro. Well, they see the jewelry, they're like, okay, where the car at? They're always trying to check a nigga car, bro. Like I had that one female. What the fuck is she gonna do that for, man? Creep up on me while I'm getting in my car, bro. You know, trying to check out my car and shit. I would have been upset at her for doing that. I would have ghosted her after that. But when you're part of the 20%, best believe, man, it's a lot easier to get a girlfriend, bro. We talking about, like, you part of the 20%, getting a girlfriend is like walking, easy. It's just like walking, bro. Easy and easy to do. You get a good sex life when you're part of the 20%. You know, you get a good sex life. That's why we have to get that bag. And that's it, man. I don't know what else to tell you. But we're living in a world that was built on materialism, looks, money, okay? Materialism. I have to say that again. We're built in a world where materialism is highly valued, okay? That's why you see these hoes walking around with Gucci, Marc Jacob, designer brand shit. Okay, everywhere you go, you see a bitch with a Louis Vuitton purse. On some occasions, you see a Birkin bag every now and then. If you ain't providing that shit for these hoes, you're just gonna have a fucked up life, man. Dating wise. I see these bitches walking around with designer shit all the time, especially the Asian women. Walking around with designer bags. I just started paying attention to that just recently, you feel me? Like these bitches, they want a nigga with deep pockets. They walking around with all these goddamn designer bullshit. You know, that's why I don't believe what women say, bro. I watch what they do. I watch what they wear. I watch what they do and I watch what they wear. And this bitch got a bunch of designer shit on, man. She's a gold digger, man. She's into material shit, bro. You know? She's into material possessions. High-end ones. Just like that one chick. We living in the material world, bro. What she say? We living in a material world, and I'm a material girl. I think it was Madonna or something. You feel what I'm saying? You pull up with swollen pockets, all of a sudden you her best friend, bro. Matter of fact, you ain't just her best friend, you are her boyfriend now. You know what I'm saying? You got swollen and deep pockets, make everything come true. All your dreams come true, man. And she'll suck you good, bro. She'll suck the life out of you. That's how these bitches be, worshiping money, man. It's like, they'll get with a man that's fat and dusty, man. if he got deep enough, shit, I can't even talk right now. If he got deep enough pockets, you know, if he got deep enough pockets, best believe that. You know. She'll get with him, even though he's not her type. Look at Tyrese. He was with Samantha, and they were clearly mismatched when it came to looks. He was below average looking, and he's still below average looking, and she was above average looking. She was like an 8 in looks, man. So the money, it makes women like it makes their fucking standards change overnight and shit. You know, when you got enough money, all of a sudden her standards will change. She'll go from wanting a Chad or a Tyrone to an average man that's 5'9" with some money. You feel what I'm saying? These hoes, they worship money, man. You know, they worship money out here in these streets. You got enough of it, they'll come running like little puppies, man. You got them puppy treats, they coming around, bro. You know how like a puppy begging for treats and stuff? That's how these bitches gonna be. So, that's all I need to get was some puppy treats, and now your ass is coming around. That's how they look at money, man. You know, you pull out a treat, the dog start wagging his tail and shit. Same thing with females. You pull out a swollen band, you pull out a swollen band, they start shaking their ass more. You know what I'm saying? Money rule the world, man. You know. Anyway, I'm about to end this live, man. You know. You know. Yeah, if a female is a 6, man, that's why it's so hard to get a female that's average looking. And I do believe 6 is average still. Yeah, it is still average. And when you got guys who are 7s and 8s coming around dating 6s, with the 6 dudes, you feel me? Like, what the motherfucker that's a 6, what he gonna do? He gonna start dating women who are 3s and 4s and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody out here, they struggling to get their face matched because of the dating apps, because of Tinder and Bumble. You know, you can't get a woman that's on your level looks-wise because you got niggas who can't get their face matched, so they dating down too. It's like the men who don't have money, who don't got nothing going for themselves, they're forced to date down. That's how I look at it, man. That's what's really been going on with me, is that I've been forced to date down throughout the years. Fat women, women who are not on my looks level, women who are below me in looks. You're forced to do that. I hate that. I hate that you're forced to do something. Anyway, I gotta go, man. Gotta end this live because I gotta fly my son, and I gotta turn my numbers in and shit, man. You know, we gotta hang tough, man, until we get the bag. You know, we gotta hang tough. You know, it's a struggle, but it's worth it in the end, man. Trust me. You get the bag, these bitches gonna be coming around like it's telling you, man. You guys have a good day, man. I gotta fly my son and turn my numbers in. I'm out, man. Peace.